Okay, let's see if we can get through this in one piece. Welcome back, guys, to the channel. My name is Jim, and as you know, we're doing a little update on the geopolitics and the war today. Day number 8 since Israel killed a bunch of little girls in a schoolyard. Motherfuckers. I'm not laughing at that. It's just like, it's okay. That's how they are. These psychopaths. Well, guess what? It's payback time. So Israel is getting their ass kicked, and especially their navies and all their war machine, basically. Okay, so what do we have here? 3,000 ships waiting to cross Strait of Hormuz. It's down to a trickle, with the exception of perhaps Chinese vessels or maybe some Russian vessels. Most likely anybody in the BRICS unification. Those seem to be going by. China is providing Iran with a boat full of radars, technology that Iran uses to do their bombing. Another attack on this one was a 300 million, I believe it was. Don't quote me on that, but another radar installation being taken down. So that amounts to 2, which supposedly we have about 7. We had 7 working ones. An 8th one was under one thing or another, and we're down to 2/3, or we're down a third of the radars to find, to scan, and before we get hit by something. So the capabilities are diminished, and for a country that spends trillions of dollars, it's like, is that it? Where's the rest of it? Aren't we supposed to have all these fantastic ships? And we have a lot of aircraft carriers. I don't know, something like 3, 6, 7, 8, about 8 of them or so. UK has a few more, but it doesn't amount to the amount of money that we spend on defense. Where's all that money going? I don't know, guys. I don't know. We don't know because we don't audit the Pentagon. It's just like Fort Knox. All that gold is gone. Okay. Aircraft carriers appear to be fleeing. Lincoln is someplace in the Indian Ocean, or far away from the area, after Iran claimed to have sent 4 missiles towards them. I tend to think that they got damaged and they had to take it out because it's broken, and it's going to take a while to fix that, and it's going to sit out there for quite some time. I don't know if it's under towed or what's going on, but out of 4 missiles, 1 is going to hit. Okay, and supposedly last night they sent another missile. And remember, these are not the oil missiles where you range and height, and you shoot something and hopefully it hits the target. They have cameras on board. Excuse me. They have cameras on board. They're smarter, and they're able to look at something with the help of GPS, perhaps that Russia or China are providing them with, and they're able to read something. If they see something in the ocean and it looks like a carrier, it's going to hit that because there's no other carriers in the area. So they sent a missile last night to the Abraham Lincoln, ship number 72, CVN, Charlie Victor November. Now we have the Ford. The Ford is being moved from the Mediterranean. It's going through the little canal, Suez Canal. It's supposedly in the Red Sea at the moment, so it has also fled the. And Trump tonight is supposed to be doing a great ground event of invading Iran. I kind of doubt that's going to happen because they need the air. So the air gets the bombs, and then you go in there. You just don't go in stupidly like like we did in back in World War II. I would have never agreed to something like that. Normandy. Okay, I would have never. Okay, I know a little bit about wars and shit like that, even though I've never been in the military, but I've studied a lot, especially World War II with especially the Nazis. I don't know. Anyways, I can't understand it still. So many things involved in it, and anyways, that's another thing. Long range missiles, if they're able to send shore to sea missiles to hit a carrier, what's the range? I mean, they've been working on these things for a long time. What's to prevent them from getting a boat and going to the U.S. coast and firing something at Washington, D.C. or, Mar-a-Lago? I mean, Florida is really, it's a peninsula, and there's a lot of military stuff over there, of course. A lot of bases, and when I would go there, I would, always see airplanes taken in, coming in and out, or training, or whatever it is that they, all the activities that they do. But what's to stop them from sending something this way? It'll probably be the first time that we get hit. Sooner or later we will, because with all the arrogance, especially of this idiot in the White House. Anyways, U.S. to Israel. Where's the U.S. to Israel help? Yeah, we should be landing in Israel to help the Israelis, right? All the THAADs are pretty much gone that's defending Israel. Now we're trying to get some from Ukraine and probably Balansky or Zelensky or whatever his name is. Oh, well, you were going to have to pay $2 million for that system because we need the money. Maybe you can pay us a little bit more. We sell to you, even though we gave that to him. He probably has the gall to sell it back to us. This is crazy. Okay, so far U.S. is not helping Israel. We're just kind of like doing some bombing runs on Iran and stuff like that, but we're not going in there. We're not sending any soldiers. Supposedly, Trump says that tonight there's something's going to happen, and the Iranians are going to have to give up and come out with the white flag. I kind of doubt it. I think it's going to be him, especially if like I say, they're getting closer. They're getting closer. I don't think ICBMs really work long range. Intercontinental ballistic missiles, I don't think they can hit a target really well after such a distance. But today with GPS and and smart technology to read maps, you have a camera on board. Before you didn't have you had something like a camera, but it wasn't like before. Today you can go buy to the hobby store and buy something, and it's so freaking accurate and tiny compared to military stuff that Rockwell and Martin Marietta or Martin, what is it? Whatever. Raytheon and all these companies, which are owned basically by BlackRock, selling us a bunch of crap, outdated crap. It's all outdated crap. The drones that they have is completely outdated crap. It doesn't work in today's environment. Okay. UAE suffers strike from Patriot missile facility that was blown up. Tel Aviv warning system seems inoperable. In other words, that's by station channel 4 Tel Aviv, saying that the warning systems are not working. Bombs are coming in and nothing. Department of Justice releases files on Epstein. And with accusations of sexual assault committed by Trump. So the DOJ just released that yesterday or today. So the other guy, he's two things. He can help Israel, and at the same time, with all this Iran stuff going on, he's able to deflect attention. Just like the Pentagon, when they lost $3 trillion, Rumsfeld tells the people the day before September 11th that the Pentagon is missing $3 trillion and they don't know where it went. All of a sudden you have something else happen. They're good at that. They're really good at that, deflecting attention from a problem. And then that attention goes here, and then it goes into something, and the media goes elsewhere. And all this is left behind. Okay, so soldiers are being told that there's a second coming of Christ, and that's why, they're going to war and this and that. If that's true, it's like, man, these people are going to really rot in hell. And I'm talking about the people telling these poor soldiers, giving them wrong information. There is no second coming. He already came several times. He's around all over the place, trying to convince people to wake up. We don't. We love the world. We love to be born and into. Here I go. A little preaching. A little preaching is good. We're infatuated with the world. Oh, the cars. Ooh, football. Yay. Oh, USA. Rah, rah, rah. Oh, baseball season starts. Oh, wrestling. Oh, NASCAR, and these people make a lot of money, all those entertainers. Movies, Walt Disney. People love the world. They love their schools. They love their universities. They love to send their kids there. They love their churches, they preach the world. They love their Bibles. Ooh, they love their Bibles. Anyways, how come I'm a Christian? Well, that's a good question, right? What else do we have? Dubai airport hit by drone by Iran. Earlier today, it got hit. The Dubai airport, one of the biggest hubs, basically in the world, not the biggest. I mean, when the next time you travel to Indonesia or wherever you're going, okay, these were hubs to get you from this continent to the other continent, and I think a lot of people are going to say, you know what, I'd rather go this way and avoid this. It's going to happen quite a bit. I think that's going to happen quite a bit, and those airports are pretty much, I don't know, I wouldn't want to travel through there. What else do we have? Trump says U.S. knocked out 42 ships. Iran has little boats. Okay, maybe they had 2 or 3 ships, but they don't have a navy. So 42 ships, probably like fishing boats or something like that. They're not known as a sailing community or like perhaps Norway or those countries up above where they're not known for ships. Air Force, telecommunications decimated. Air Force, they probably drew a plane on the ground on a tarmac someplace. That's what they do. They put a picture of an airplane, so from up above the camera looks and there's an airplane there. Let's drop a bomb, and so they're destroying. They don't have an Air Force. But they may have 2, 3. I don't know what the amount of airplanes. I'll do a little research on that. But they don't have. They have bombs. They have missiles. Telecommunications where they can communicate. Ford, the General Ford, of course, left the Mediterranean. CVN 78. It's in the Red Sea. Charlie Victor November, USS George Bush on its way. So we got another aircraft carrier because probably the Lincoln is out of commission. Most likely, it sounds like it. There's no confirmation on this. Hopefully we get some Chinese photographs. What do you call satellite photographs? Not satellite, but high altitude photographs. Nuclear bombs, why not? Would Trump use nuclear bombs? There are no nuclear bombs. I already told you guys, right? These freaks would have used them already. Somebody would have used a nuclear bomb already. And then you know what? The thing with Iran, okay? The thing, some freak would have used a nuclear weapon already if they existed. Some loose cannon like Trump, he would have, and he would have loved watching all these people die. The same with Netanyahu. Supposedly he has nuclear bombs, but you know what? Just listen to me. Listen to my reasoning. Iran a long time ago decided, okay, we can't build nuclear weapons, and these people are intelligent. They're physicists. A lot of them are very, very, very intelligent people. They realize that they cannot build a quote-unquote nuclear bomb. And they probably early on in their quest for it realized that most likely they don't exist. So I think the planning was that if we can't make a nuclear bomb, what if we make a bunch of smaller little bombs? Something that will, instead of having one big one that damages one neighborhood or one area, what if we build 50,000 of them? And a lot cheaper than a nuclear enrichment. They call it enrichment, but there's no such thing unless you defy the laws of thermodynamics. And of course, nobody ever thinks about that. That you cannot produce more energy than what. Yeah, you can blow up Dinamite. You can blow it up. But it's only this much. Here you're using this much to blow. It's way too much. So basically, you're violating those laws. And in physics, I'm not a physicist, but I know enough that I know that there's no such thing. So most likely Iran, and this just goes with my argument that they realized we're better off building smaller bombs that can do as much, not as much, but altogether combined with 100,000 bombs, missiles, we can do more damage than a nuclear bomb with a much less cost, a smaller cost that we can afford. A nuclear program would probably cost a lot of money, and I think these physicists were honest with the government and said, hey, I think there's no such thing, and all these governments are, they say they have nuclear bombs, but they don't. It's been a lie. It comes down to Manhattan Project, Einstein, and all those those people. We get a lot of them from Germany also. It's if you can make up. I forget his name. He used to work at Rockwell International. No, Teledyne. Rocket maker. They used to build rockets and the engines for the rockets. If you can't make something, if you can't build something, make it up. And that's what they've been selling governments, I think, all over. Some governments are aware of it, but it's just a little group. And nobody's going to say, hey, do you really have nuclear bombs? Because the other guy says, what are you talking about? It's almost like, hiding concealed weapons, and nobody knows who has a concealed gun. Okay, so you know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? I think that's what happened with Iran. They go, okay, we can't make bombs. We can't even make a nuclear bomb. There's no such thing. We'll make a bunch of little ones, a lot cheaper. Sure, yeah. We'll make drones. We'll make drones. They're in the 21st century, and what Iran did is for today's warfare. And now we're realizing in the United States that we've been, trillions of dollars spent on programs, and we can. That's the thing is, you don't need a lot of money, especially if you got other means. You don't need a lot of money to spend on all you have to do is your brain, and perhaps with the help of the ether to guide you into a better environment, and hopefully we get rid of a lot of governments and go and crack all the way into the top of the number one. the rulers that are unknown. Okay, that's it for today, guys. I can go on about that some other time, maybe. Okay. Have a good day, and that's it for today. Bye.